in my day, action figures used to be $7 a pop.
Welcome back, true believer. Can't I get you anything? Some Merry Marvel Mayhem to get the old pulse pounding.
Hey there, true believers. Joshua Westbrook here, back with some more Merry Marvel Mayhem to get the old pulse pounding. And I don't know. I just want to reminisce. I guess. Just back to the good old days, bro. Because as you know, if you spent more than 30 seconds on this channel, I collect action figures, Marvel Legends to be precise, and I always have. Ever since I started liking Spider-Man when I was 9 years old, uh, I always wanted action figures, and you know what? I give props to my past self because I always gravitated towards the 6-inch figures. And so I specified every time on Christmas, birthday, I specified 6-inch Spider-Man action figures. So I didn't get the little 5-inch guys with the armor that came in the cars. I got like Toy Biz 6-inch action figures. That's why I have so many figures. People are always like, "Oh, where'd you get that one, bro? Where'd you get that one, bro?" I asked for it when I was a kid. I was a weird kid. I wanted the 6-inch action figures. It's because like I liked consistency and the scale was consistent, and the 6-inch figures had the most articulation, their most posability. Yeah, the 6-inch figures is what I asked for, and that's what I liked. And back in the day, they were like $7, bro. Marvel Legends. Or I didn't collect really any other Marvel figures for the first half of my collecting phase because I was a Spider-Man. I liked Spider-Man. And it wasn't till like 2006, 2007, after I played Ultimate Alliance 1 and, Fantastic Four and the X-Men movies came out, I got a little more familiar with the other Marvel heroes. Like, oh, these guys are cool too. And so then I started like going backwards and like trying to get all the old Toy Biz stuff. But then, Hasbro had some figures because Hasbro took over for Toy Biz in 2007. And that's right around the time I started getting other Marvel heroes. And they had like a Walmart Marvel Legends wave. It was like this Marvel Legends wave after the Toy Biz Marvel Legends, but before the return of the Marvel Legends. It was like this weird in between wave, and they had a lot of Walmart exclusives, like the X3 Jean Grey and Juggernaut. They had Fantastic Four, Daredevil, Ares. This weird in between phase, and those were, I want to say those were $10 at the time. They weren't too expensive. And Toys R Us was still around, and they have Marvel Legends 2-packs. They had like Maria Hill and Iron Man, I think. They had like Elektra and Hand Agent, and these were like Hasbro after Toy Biz. And the Toy Biz figures came with comic books. It had a 6-inch figure, some kind of display, or a piece to a Build-A-Figure, and a comic book. $7. All that packed in there. A full color comic book, an action figure, 6 inches, and either a piece to a Build-A-Figure, like Galactus or the Sentinel or MODOK. Big Build-A-Figures. Figures that you actually had to build it because you couldn't fit it in a box. And then, or like I said, a display, like Doom had a part of his Latveria castle. Elektra had a whole ninja door behind her. Big. All this, it popped in there for $7. And I'm just looking at where we are today, bro. And I pre-ordered these Magic the Gathering Marvel Legend collabs of the Battle Damage Spider-Man and a Magic the Gathering card, and he had a bunch of hands. $40. They had a Battle Damage Spider-Man that came with the Lizard, and I don't know how much it was, but I don't think it was $40. Look, I got him right here, okay? Peter Parker, he's all beat up. He's got half his mask torn. He's got his shoulder showing. He's got a tear in his leg. Battle Damage Spider-Man. He has a base that has a lizard on it. It could have been a static base, but they made Lizard's arm move. They made his head turn, and they made his mouth open and close. And it's got pegs. You can put him on the base with the pegs, and he stands there. I don't think it would have been more than 10, maybe 12, maybe 15. Less than 15 for sure. But yeah, if it was around the time, definitely this is definitely Toy Biz. So yeah, probably would have been it definitely on 10 or under. 10 or under for this. It has a whole base. It has the battle damage Spider-Man. Why am I paying $40 for a battle damage Spider-Man with Magic the Gathering card in there? I understand inflation. I understand prices going, but come on. The Magic the Gathering card really puts it $15 over retail? Because let's not talk about retail. Retail for these figures is $25 now. $25. Oh, in 2012 they were 15. They were 15 in 2012. That's when the Avengers figures were out. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 figures were out. They were $15. And by 2014 they had gone up to 20. That's when Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Captain America Winter Soldier, and those figures were out. And it stayed at 20 for a hot minute. For a hot minute, it stayed at 20 until they kind of inched up to like 22 in around 2020 when Black Widow was supposed to come out. You know, those figures, the Black Widow figures, the Shang-Chi figures, they inched up to 22. They were testing the waters, but across the board, the figures are mostly still $20. They were $20 for several years. And then, very recently, like the last year or the year before that, just the year before that, 25 a pop. And their pricing has been like throwing darts at a board and seeing where it lands. Because Phoenix with her fire stand, which Toy Biz sold by the way for probably $7, was $50. That was a $35 figure at best. That's being generous. $50. Hulkbuster was pretty big. Okay, $60. I'll give them that, but come on, $50 would have been a lot more reasonable. The old, where is he? There he is. Old Maximum Spider-Man. $50. $50 for Maximum Spider-Man. 40 at best. I love the Maximum Spider-Man. I love all these figures, but come on, what are we doing with the pricing? I need these figures for my channel. And I don't have a deal with Hasbro. They're not sending me any free figures. I gotta buy all these guys, and they're expensive. The Gamerverse Venom, he's a big boy. He's a really big boy. He's an impressive figure. I love him. But he's $60. Why is he $60? $60 for an action figure. For an action figure, I don't understand. I don't know. I'm just missing going to the toy aisle and $100 got you 5 figures and a Build-A-Figure. 120. 100 because there's usually 7 in a wave. One didn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. The 6 did. So for $120, you could get 7 figures essentially. Because you got the 6 and a Build-A-Figure. They phased Build-A-Figures out completely. Zabu and Blackheart have been the last 2, and I haven't seen a Build-A-Figure since. Oh, there was the X-Men. What's it? Nemesis, I think is his name. There was that one. There's been nothing else. Where are the Build-A-Figures? They're the same price. The figures are the same price, but with less in there. There's no Build-A-Figure pieces. Toy Biz was giving us this. Toy Biz gave us a Spider-Man with a fully constructible lamppost that he could swing around, packed in the box. Packed in the box. They gave us. Toy Biz had these props and comic books and all this packed in for not that much money. And like I said, I understand time has gone on, inflation has happened, blah blah blah. These stupid tariff crap. That's all this has been happening, sure. But like they're gonna price me out of the hobby. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep spending absurd amounts of money on these action figures. They just had SDCC. They put a bunch of figures up for pre-order. I passed on a whole X-Men wave, the whole X-Men '97 wave that they put. I passed because I can't do it. I have a lot of these figures, so I'm like, I don't need. I have like 5 Jubilees, and there's another Jubilee in this wave. I'm like, I can't do it. They had a 2-pack with Bronze Suit Wolverine and Storm in her '80s suit. I'm like, I have a Storm in her '80s suit, and I have the Secret Wars Wolverine. I cannot pay $50 for a 2-pack with these characters. The Marvel vs. Capcom wave that they put out, I've skipped almost all of them. The only one I pre-ordered was Captain America and Venom because Captain America has a shield that's actually a full shield and not a broken one or one with holes in it. And Venom's blue, and I've been wanting a blue Venom. The Psylocke Thanos 2-pack, well, I would like it. I can't find it because freaking Target exclusive. Go watch my Target exclusive video about Target exclusives. But even if I could find it, that's like $60. It's $60 for Psylocke and Thanos. I have a Thanos. I have a Psylocke. Psylocke is way outdated. The new Psylocke looks a lot better. But that's $60 for 2 action figures. For 2 action figures, $60. The War Machine Omega Red 2-pack, I skipped that entirely. I have a War Machine. I have 2 Omega Reds. I don't need another Omega. I don't want another Omega Red. And I don't need another War Machine. Juggernaut, I skipped him. It's an impressive Juggernaut. He's big. He's bad. He's awesome. But he was like 60, 80. How much was Juggernaut? $65. $65 for the Juggernaut. I have a Build-A-Figure from way back when, and I have the one that came in a 2-pack with Colossus. I have 2 Juggernauts. They're smaller, they're a little outdated, they're less impressive, but at the end of the day, it's still the Juggernaut. I don't need to pay $65 for a new one. Like I said, the first Juggernaut was a Build-A-Figure. I bought 6 other figures, and I got the Juggernaut. Toy Biz, you bought 6, 7 figures, you got Galactus. You got a Sentinel. You got MODOK. Hasbro has phased out Build-A-Figures, and now they're selling them as indie, which there's a pros and cons, because I have what I call my Realm of Dishonor Build-A-Figures, which is a box full of Build-A-Figures I never finished. So, it is good to have the characters at one time. But I don't know what I'm saying here. I just miss when, because I always wanted to get to the point where I'm like, I can buy the whole wave and I can put together the Build-A-Figure. And because I saw people, when a new wave came out, they always posted all the figures lined up and the Build-A-Figure behind them. I'm like, I want to get to that point. And I did. I got there. I bought the whole wave and the Build-A-Figure behind them. I'm like, I did it. Now, I'm passing on figures that I normally would get because I can't. $40 for him, but with a Magic the Gathering card in the box. I just missed the good old days, true believers. That's all. I just got on here to complain because these toys are getting so expensive, and I'm gonna keep buying them because I gotta keep making the videos because you guys love them. I love making them, and I like getting more figures for my collection. But oh my goodness, can we just level the pricing out? Because this is insane. Thanks for watching, Weavers, and I'll see you in the multiverse.